Hey friendships, how are you? Welcome to my YouTube channel. And this might be the first time you're watching this video because I am in the process of making my channel bilingual because we are thriving, we're international, so we're not going to stay with just one language. And because I know so many of you guys at this exact point are going crazy over college admissions, because that was me too. That was me a year ago. And now I'm still anxious, but it's no longer about admissions, it's about college per se. So right now, most of you guys are probably in that point where you're about to apply, have already applied, and are waiting for a decision, or don't even know what the f to do. So what I'm here to do is just show you how I got into UM. Give me 1 second, I'm just gonna get in character. So here I am. And yes, this is my UM sweater, which I totally didn't buy for this video, and let's begin. So, how did I get into UM? For starters, you guys have to know that I was in no way a great student or a good student or a relatively spectacular student. No, none of the above. I was totally average, like literally picture the average of an average, and that's where I stood, right in the middle. In my class we were 63 people and my ranking was 20. So yeah, not what you expect from a UM student. My GPA was not 3.8 or 3.7 as they say. My GPA was a 3.3, which in Colombian language it's gonna be 89 out of 100. You're gonna see it right here. And yeah, it pretty much sucked, like a lot. And I was petrified when I saw it, and I was like,
why am I gonna apply to UM? I'm not gonna get in. There's no way in hell. It's impossible.
But what happened was, I had been to UM the previous year because they have this amazing program called Summer Scholars, which is basically just a month where you come to UM during the summer of high school and you earn college credit before coming to college. And it's super fun. You learn a lot about whatever you want to major in or perhaps pursue, or if you're just looking for something to do for the summer, it's the best thing you can do. And I did it, and I was like, UM is the school of my dreams. But yet at that time I thought there's no way in hell I could get in. It's impossible. Everyone told me it was impossible. So I was like, yeah, you know, I should maybe lower my expectations, try with like some less exclusive schools. But then I was like, you know what the heck? Maybe some guy in the admissions office will look at my application, screw up, and just mark an X where it says admitted, and I don't know, something's gonna happen. And I think it did, because it happened. Here I am. So okay, let's move on. So I applied, and I was like, okay, it's time for me to send my SATs. Now, disclaimer, international students do not need to send their ASATs or ACT or any of those tests that Americans sadly do have to send. So we're at an advantage, except for financial aid, but we didn't have to send that. But I was like, you know what? It might be a good opportunity. If I get a good grade, I can send it. Maybe they'll like me and that'll make up for my grades. And then I just took the SAT. So to give you a backstory, I had taken the SAT 2 years prior to that decision, and I got a 1200, and I was in the 9th grade, and I was like, wow, that's a really good grade for 9th graders, a 1200, 650 in English. But I'm really terrible at math, so it wasn't much of a surprise. But anyways, I took it again, and I was like, okay, this time I'm gonna get the grade I need for UM. This is it. It's my time. And I got the spectacular grade of 1230. So basically, in a year, I was just smarter by 30 points. So I was like, you know what? It's been a rough year. I'm gonna take it again. And I took it again, and this time I got a 1250. So nothing, basically. And I just said, you know what, screw it, I'm not sending this. I'm not making them think I am dumb right away. Like, nope, I'm not sending it. And I decided to just shove that SAT right into the trash. And I was like, okay, the only thing that's proving that I am capable of basic college coursework is my grades, and they're terrible. For UM standards, you know, from what you read, because I would used to spend hours, literally hours, going through College Confidential and all those blogs that claim to have people from the inside telling secrets. That's just like, no one knows anything regarding admissions. It's just chance, it's just luck, it's just you being likable to people. So I got thinking, okay, so what does UM look for in a student? And if you go on their admissions page, which you should totally follow, it's super useful, it's right over here. Every time they ask them about like admissions and stuff, they just say the truth, that they are a holistic review application stuff, which means basically they review everything about you. So I was like, dude, this is what I need, because these parts of me that should be the best of me are terrible in paper. But I know that I can make it. It's my fit. I see myself being a UM student. I know what I can do. So I tried to convey that through my application. So what was in my application? Well, first of all, I decided to include every extracurricular I could think of. Literally in my transcript, there's probably about 40 or more extracurricular activities. I included singing in a contest for which I auditioned twice and I lost twice. But did I include that? No, because it's definitely not the time for me to feel sorry about myself or show my flaws. My flaws will be evident once I'm in college, not right now. It was a time for me to show myself as superior. So I just said, yes, I was in a singing competition. Yes, I volunteered at the Green Club, even though we didn't do much, but I was there, okay? I put everything I could think of. I sat down and I was like, what have I done in high school? Directed a play? There it was. Help with some civics day activity? There it was. Helped the professor erase the board? There it was. I did everything, because that's mostly what my high school life was about. I didn't pay much attention in class. I didn't care about class, but I did care about doing stuff that was fun, and I cared about getting out of class a lot. So all of that, I put it in, and it showed that I was an active student. And you know that in a Common App you get 10 extracurriculars to fill in. My suggestion is use the most important ones, of course. Talk with your high school counselor. They will tell you, okay, you should totally put this. Maybe don't write that you once helped an old lady cross the street, but maybe write that one time that you were in Model United Nations. Even if it was for a day, it worked, it counts. If it's on your transcript, it's true. So try going for that. Try to get someone to look at your extracurriculars and say, okay, you know, this works, this looks kinda, you know, not that effective. Another important part that helped me get in here, I guess, were my recommendation letters. So UM asks for 2 and 1 from your counselor. So what I did was I went to school and sat down and I was thinking, okay, which teachers do I really like? And then I realized it's not about teachers that I really like, because I like the teacher a lot, and I asked for his or hers recommendation letter and it flopped. Like my guidance counselor told me, like, try to find a new letter, because that letter is bland as hell. And I was like, what? So I started looking for teachers that were actually caring about their class. And I went to them, and I kid you not, my guidance counselor told me that those were the best recommendation letters. So I just added 2 of those. One tip I will give you, ask for more than 2. Because like your guidance counselor is gonna be the person who at the end of the day decides which ones are worth it, and some teachers really just don't care and they'll just write the same generic stuff for everyone. So make sure, first of all, you build personal connections with them. So like if they're writing about you, they know who you are and they can convey that in text. Not just be like, oh yeah, this student is so kind, he's so amazing, he is, because admissions officer is gonna read that and they're gonna go like, this is telling me absolutely nothing. Every single kid here is intelligent, kind, and smart. So like, maybe try finding those teachers in which you've had problems and you've overcome your obstacles. So for example, my chemistry teacher saw that in the 7th grade, I failed the year. Like, I literally had to retake the 7th grade, and he wrote about it, and it was a turning point for me because it showed that I had a problem, overcame it, and got better after it. That's what UM wants to see in your application, and probably every other college out there. They want to see students that are resilient, capable of changing something bad into something good. So definitely try to focus on those teachers that really know you well, not those that let you skip class whenever you want. Then another part that was important, my guidance counselor. Most of you probably have a guidance counselor, and what I will tell you is, try to meet that person. Guidance counselors have to write over 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 to 100 letters in like 3 months. And these people, I've seen them with my own eyes, they get burnt out. And if they don't know you, what are they gonna write? This student is really respectful. He came to my office once and was kind. If you foster a relationship with these people, it will help you a lot. First of all, you may gain a new friend, which in my case, I love my guidance counselor. And second of all, they'll know you and they'll know what to write. So my guidance counselor, she literally just opened the computer and just started filling the page with text. So my guidance counselor had it pretty easy because she already knew who I was, what I was doing, where I was going. And you've got your recommendation letters, you've got your extracurriculars, and then you get the most important part, which I think was a turning point for me, again, was the essay. So the essay is something that is really important, and many people tend to underlook or overlook, and they just freak out over, oh my god, I don't know what to write about. So okay, I will say this, I am a writer, and writing is just easy for me, and it might not be for you, and that's fine. But what I will suggest is try to find a topic which you're comfortable in. Don't go writing about that one friend of yours who had an amazing experience in Thailand, because first of all, if it wasn't you, it's gonna show. Second of all, nobody cares if you went to Thailand and rode an elephant. What admission officers really care about is who you are, and that's what you show in that essay. Even if it's about one time you had a backpack and it broke and everyone laughed at you, and then that made you stronger, that's something you can write about. Don't go off writing about how that one time you went to Disney World and loved it because it's the most magical place in the world because you met Mickey Mouse, because they don't care. But if you're gonna write about that one time you went to Disney World and you found the true meaning of love and family and compassion, and it showed you that your family is the most important thing in the world, totally go for it. That's something they want to know. So my essay was something really personal, was something that I'm not comfortable showing, but I will give you a little excerpt about what it was, and it's basically this opposing points of view between me and my mother and her political views and my political views, and it just shows how I overcame that and fostered a stronger relationship with my mom. And I think that was something they really liked. I kid you not, about 10 friends proofread my essay. I sent it to my teachers, my English teacher, my guidance counselor, my history teacher, everyone read my essay. And they didn't add their fancy words, because that's something people tend to do a lot. They just write, oh, 'twas the night when I was, and it's like, dude, you're 16, 17, 18, nobody writes like that. Write something that's accurate to your age, and even if you're a pretty good writer, yeah, you can use fancy words, but like, don't overdo it, come on. Nobody's gonna believe that. Just have people proofread your stuff, and you're good to go. Then just like proofread it again, and unless you're 100% convinced that's what you want, don't send it just yet. Unless it's a deadline, then send that right in. So you got it. You got the essay, you got the transcripts, you don't get the grades, you don't get the SAT, but you got a personality, and that's what universities want. At the end of the day, they don't only want perfect straight A students with a 1500 SAT, because schools also want someone who will give back. You know, like maybe it's you, maybe you're planning to come to UM and you don't have the best grades, but you can show in your transcripts that you've been a part of the community service club at your school, so UM will see that and they'll think, oh my god, we need someone like that, and then that's where you get in. So I will say this, make sure you're applying to the college that you feel is a perfect fit for you. I was torn between UM and NYU, and many people told me, oh my god, yeah, you're such an NYU person, such a big city. But then I came to Miami, and then I saw that like I liked the feeling of a smaller campus much more than I would like a whole city-wide campus. And it just felt more at home. When I got here, I was like, instant click, like I need to be here, I need to be at the school, I need to come to Miami. I felt like I needed to apply to my dream. So that's another advice I'm gonna give you, shoot your shot. Like if you can pay the admission fee, which I know can be outrageous at some schools, pay it, because at the end of the day, who knows, maybe they saw something in you and maybe boom, you're into Harvard, boom, you're into NYU. So just like try that. Don't eliminate yourself from the competition without first starting there, without applying. Do it. And this will be a very scary moment to most of you, especially after you hit that apply button and you gotta wait God knows how many months, because these colleges make you wait with good reason, but they make you wait. So you're just stuck there. My advice would be, please steer away from those boards and forums, because out of the sudden comes this person, hello, my aunt works at admissions and she says admission decisions are coming out tomorrow, and then you don't sleep that night and you stay the whole damn day in front of a cell phone or a computer refreshing the page, and then what? Admissions came out a week later. That's what happened to me. It was a nightmare, so please don't do that to yourself. It's meant to be, it will be. If it's not, there are plenty of other schools in the world. You don't need to be in one school, and there's always transfer at the end of the day. So I hope you guys liked this video, found it useful. If you have any questions, or if you, for example, have an essay you would like me to proofread, or just want to ask me any questions about admissions, feel free to leave it down in the comments below. And also, I would like to remind you guys to please subscribe to my channel. This is my first time doing an English video. My channel is not going to be all about college and stuff, but I just felt this video to be really necessary, especially given this time and date we're in, because fall admissions are closing soon. So please stick to your deadlines, guys. Don't forget, it's super important. Don't waste time. Focus on what you want and I'm sure you'll get it. I hope that anyone who's watching this video really gets into the school they're dreaming of, and if you do, please let me know. That's it, you guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. I'll see you in another video. Bye.